Принято.
Okay, please check your cameras.
Все, Денис. Ключ камеры.
Так, ну я... А что, давай сделать? Светильники
We lost the image from the camera.
Погоди, была включена, нет? А, вот, стой. Вот, есть камера и светильники справа. Теперь давай слева.
We have the camera on the right and the lights next to the camera.
И светильники мне включи, 2 штуки.
Так, сейчас Тебе теплый цвет или холодный?
Не, полностью.
Does it feel warm or cold? It's more on the chilly side, Oleg.
Подожди, я что-то не вижу, что... А, тебе вот это еще надо включить.
Okay, wait. I'm not seeing...
Температура газа велика.
Anything on my right.
Олег, Денис, просто на всякий случай. Сейчас у манипулятора Ера будет скачаться лазер. В сторону манипулятора не смотреть, хотя вы и так далеко находитесь. Просто как рекомендация.
Yeah, we're just looking at the temperature and it's pretty high. But you're pretty far away from the arm. Okay, here's the...
Это пока сублиматор не охладил вентилирующий газ ниже...
Problem, Oleg and Dennis. Right now you're at 17 degrees, which is expected. Go ahead and activate both temperature control systems and pull the temperature.
This is Mission Control Houston. You're looking on the left side of your screen at Expedition 67 Commander Oleg Artemyev.
In the 0 position.
And at the bottom of your screen is Denis Matveyev, both outside of the Poisk airlock hatch. The hatch was opened at 8:53 a.m. Central Time, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time, to mark the start of today's spacewalk. The 7th for Artemyev, the 3rd for Matveyev. They're in the process of gathering all of their equipment before they move to the work site on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module where the European robotic arm resides. The arm having launched on Naoka last July on a Proton rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan.
Okay, now we need to figure out how to position the equipment bundles in ORU bundles.
Давай вот этот вот.
Give me this one, please.
Так, это на свой коробке.
This one you're going to attach to your short tether. Most definitely, Dennis.
Так, укладка на мне.
I have the bundle on me. That's EV1, and I have the second bundle on me. That's EV2.
Укладки зафиксировали друг на друге.
Say that again, please. What I said is we have affixed the bundles on each other's suits and we are ready to translate. All right, then let's go ahead and translate towards the
Подожди. Нет.
Меня занесло.
Wait, Dennis. Stand by.
Так, отцепи-ка мой карабинчик.
Can you hand me
Вот так, спасибо.
my tether hook, please? Thank you.
Теперь давай мне свой.
Длинный.
Так, держись.
No, I think you gave me yours. Let's
Давай второй скотч.
attach it to the handrail.
Видишь? Держись. Вот, держись сейчас. А это...
Hang on to it. Hold on tight.
Так. Мы оба на кольце.
And Moscow, we're both secured to the ring.
Расфиксируем кольцо.
And we're about to
Кольцо расфиксировано.
unlatch the ring. The ring is unengaged
Давайте вот сюда, да, наверное?
or disengaged.
Вот нам надо туда. Где Ера, видишь?
Да.
And that is where we need to go, Dennis.
Я контролирую Дениса.
Do you see where Era is?
Я контролирую лев.
Oleg, what are you busy with right now?
Давай туда пойдем.
Um,
Ногами вперед,
I am making sure that Dennis is doing the right thing.
Так, ну, аккуратно антенна.
Dennis, and what are you doing? I'm doing the same thing to Oleg. Okay, so let's
Так,
start to move slowly.
аккуратно. Солнечный пригодится.
Be very careful around the solar arrays. They make them useful one day.
Все. Все, на МЛМ. Давно не виделись.
Hey, MLM, haven't seen you for a while. From the outside, that is.
Приехали.
Так, где там это?
Фиксирую чувствую.
Да, все.
Hello, I think we're here.
Так, СПУ зафиксировали. Так, у меня один карабин. На МЛМ.
Подзацепился ты.
А?
This is Oleg. One of my tether hooks got snugged.
Так, у меня оба карабина на МЛМ.
Okay, and both of my tether hooks are now hooked to MLM.
Так, я тебе свои могу дать.
Да, да.
We copy, Oleg.
Я готов.
And this is Dennis. I can work with mine now.
Фиксировали, правильно?
Чего зафиксировали?
And you did secure STU, is that correct?
Так, давай.
Давай, да.
That's line item 7 in the timeline.
Подожди, я тебе подальше сразу.
Yes.
Руками так держись.
Didn't we already report that to you?
Да. И второе ты как?
Probably. I just missed it.
Или давай.
Погоди.
Держи. О, отлично, молодец. Ну, пошли теперь.
Should we continue translating? Yes. You need to continue traveling in a straight line until you get to handrail 4114.
Так, до оврага дошли. Так. Так, у меня там укладочка туда улетела, да?
Под тобой.
Если что, подтолкнешь меня.
We got to the handrail.
Так, отпусти меня, пожалуйста. Так, сейчас я чуть-чуть. Это твое место там, где ты будешь стыковать разъемы.
Dennis, this is where you should be when you made the connectors.
Так, я дошел до адаптера.
Okay, this is EV1 reporting that
Крышечки тут летают.
I have
Зашел за адаптер.
reached the adapter.
Вы когда разместитесь в этой зоне, манипулятор начнет перемещаться в положении установки камер. Вам желательно поменяться местами, чтобы в сторону камер...
Copy. And then, Oleg, you're going to be translating
Ему будет проще тебе подать, чтобы
towards the cameras.
установку этой камеры. В общем, поменяться таким образом, чтобы у вас будет 20-15 минут, чтобы ты потом пошел первым.
And you need to choreograph it
Так и сделаем.
in such a way that once you start moving back, you need to be leading the way. Your wish is my command, Sergey.
Так, сейчас секунду. Все? Ну все.
This is Mission Control Houston, approaching the half-hour mark into today's spacewalk. Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev setting up their equipment at the work site on the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module. They are working in close proximity to the European robotic arm, which is the focus of attention for today's spacewalking tasks, the first of which will be the installation of one of two camera light unit elbow cameras. They'll be installing those cameras on both elbows of two of the camera light units that exist on the robotic arm to assist flight controllers in their perception of the work that the end effectors of the arms will be doing during future spacewalking tasks.
Arm
Знаешь как?
to watch.
The European robotic arm launched on the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module last July when Naoka was launched on a Proton rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Denis Matveyev is wearing the Orlan suit with the blue stripes. Right behind him is Oleg Artemyev wearing the suit with the red stripes.
Наблюдайте за манипулятором.
And
Можете поменяйтесь местами.
you guys now have 13 minutes of rest while Sergey is
Только тебе надо подоконать.
controlling the air motion, so that will give you plenty of time to swap places, to rehook your
Олег, смотрите.
tethers and so on.
3 ПРМ. Есть мишень стеллажного элемента.
And Oleg,
Стараться не трогать.
make sure that
Да, мы как раз ее стараемся не
there's panel 6 next to the grapple fixture. So please try to stay
Включение.
as far away as possible from it and do not have any contact with it.
В обоих, да, камерах?
Okay.
Да, у обоих нету картинки.
And we lost the view from both of your helmet cameras.
Я так сместился.
From both Orlan cameras? That's affirm.
Так, у меня загорелись обе.
I power cycled mine, and both
Тень.
lights are lit for EV1, and same for EV2.
Ну что, там горит тебе?
Да, одна горит и вторая горит.
Да, все.
So Dennis, do you have both lights illuminated?
Ё-моё,
Yes.
что делать? Смотри, отстыковался.
Да, да. Так.
Look, it just got unhooked. Okay.
Серег, как там камеры заработали?
Sergey, the one in MCC Moscow,
У нас горят.
Горят зелененькие.
are you getting any video from our helmet cameras?
Движение.
Unfortunately, we did not get the video back. Okay, well, we don't know what to do because on both of our cameras, both lights are on. Copy. And be aware that air is in motion now. Copy.
From inside the Russian segment of the station, Russian cosmonaut Sergei Korsakov is sending commands to move the European robotic arm into the correct orientation for the installation of the first of the two camera light unit elbow cameras.
Олег, Денис, вы меня слышите?
Да, слышим.
Oleg and Dennis, can you hear me?
Проверка связи.
That's affirm. I just wanted to do a comm check with you.
Да, хорошо. А видео есть?
Copy.
Видео нету.
Do you have the video? No Joanne, the video.
Совсем нету.
No video at all?
Мы вас наблюдаем пока через камеру, которая на МКС.
All we're getting is the view from the ISS cameras, unfortunately.
Олег, Денис, включите светильники. Через 1,5 минуты у нас начинается тень.
Oleg and Dennis, please turn on the lights because in about a minute and a half we're going to enter eclipse. Copy. We never turned off the U.S. lights.
Ресурс бережем.
You don't have the Orlan lights on? Could serve their service life.
В случае сближения со станцией или каких-то нештатных ситуаций сразу же доложить на землю.
Okay, now we're gonna maneuver the arm, and if you see any any signs of the arm getting close to station structure or any of its elements, please let us know right away. Copy, will do.
Отключены. Включишь мне? Американский?
So mine are on. I think let's check the lights. Okay.
Так, мне надо тебя перецепить.
I want you to rehook you. Are you holding on? Yes, I'm holding on with my hands.
Я тебе за тот же просто.
Ну, давай, я за платформу с адаптерами держусь.
I'm holding on to the adapter platform.
Олег, Денис, как у вас получается
Олег, Денис.
наблюдать манипулятор, его перемещения?
Are you able to observe the arm moving?
Темно.
Темновато, но
It's kind of dark, but we are doing our best.
Что-то там в ночи двигается.
Something is moving in the night.
Хорошо.
All right.
камера у тебя еще пока не заработала, да?
And the camera is still off. Is that right? We're beginning to get some image.
Да, все у нас по циклограмме.
Everything is according to the timeline.
Так,
Пока что у нас идет ожидание. Ждем с опережением на 20 минут.
So far,
это хорошая новость.
and waiting for 20 minutes here.
Хека работает?
Is Heka operating?
У тебя работает?
Yes, it is operating.
У меня тоже 2 светодиода горят. Не работает?
Mine, I think the indicators are still off. I will need to switch this off and on.
Видел, у нас циклограмма есть на ящике.
Did you see this timeline on the box?
Пропал.
Disappeared.
Не хочет разговаривать.
He doesn't want to talk to us.
Повтори, пожалуйста, вопрос.
Okay, what was your question?
Ты видел, что на Кругвеге у нас есть циклограмма?
Did you see the timeline right here?
Тут видишь,
Can you see this?
там Буров есть.
Unintelligible.
Сегодня день рождения.
And
Это он специально так выход
Еще
сделал.
раз говорю,
Так что вот
he has a
он сам
birthday today, so we can see this.
Сергей Николаевич.
Sergey's.
Да, сегодня у Тебешковой. Да, у Тебешковой сегодня день рождения, да. А ты здесь.
Sergey has a birthday. Yes, that's why we think about him.
А, ой, привет, привет.
Okay.
С днем рождения.
Hello. I'm right here, and happy birthday to you.
Короче, всех поздравляем, у кого сегодня день рождения.
So we are sending our birthday greetings to everybody who has a birthday today.
Завтра не видно, куда она двигается, но она уже далеко отодвинулась.
So we don't see exactly where the arm is moving, but it is fairly far already. It is in parallel to the handrail
К тому месту, где мы будем ставить
and
камеру.
is already approaching the place where we will be installing the camera.
это хорошо.
Very good.
Так, ну что?
So what's now? It keeps moving.
Вам сейчас манипулятор не видно?
Are you able to see the arm?
Энд-эффектор видно хорошо.
We'll see the end effector
Ближайший
clearly.
стоит.
Хорошо.
Вот вам, наверное, тоже видно энд-эффектор.
You can probably see the end effector as well.
Эффектор не видно. У нас еще примерно минут 9 ожидания.
We have about 9 more minutes
Вот так вот, если
to go.
повернуть камеру.
What if you move the camera this way?
Да, мы видим, но не все.
Yes,
По крайней мере, что она уже в другом положении, мы это наблюдаем.
we can see in this position better.
Твое поздравление с Иисусом. Я очень благодарен тебе.
Да, привет, всем большой.
Unintelligible.
Спутников больше нету. Так бы запустили бы.
It said we have no satellites to deploy today. It would be nice to do that on his birthday.
А Ира движется.
Ira keeps moving.
Стоит параллельно.
It's in parallel to MLM at this time. Good.
Да. Простаиваем.
So we just keep waiting.
Так, ну ладно, давай посмотрим, что мы там должны делать.
Let's see what will be our next steps.
Камеру ставить.
We'll be installing a CLU camera.
После перемещения у нас отдых будет сейчас, 13 минут.
And we'll be
Нет, Олег, отдых это параллельно с перемещением манипулятора. Отдых у вас идет.
translating. So translating, no, this is your time for rest. That's what you are doing.
Если вы устанете, вы обязательно об этом скажите.
Да некогда уставать.
Just make sure you will be well rested. There will be no time to get tired.
Так, потом мы переход в зону установки КЛ-4.
Then we'll translate to CLU4 installation area.
Отлично.
Very good.
Так, а ты камеру взял?
Did you take the camera? If it seems to still be attached to me.
Начал за пленки. Пленки.
Олег, выключи security Орлана на своем скафандре.
And Orlan lights can be turned off at this time. That is done.
Не хватает света?
Да. Все, слабая батарейка, да?
Хорошо. Батарейки заряжаем.
Это правильно. Так, все ближе и ближе манипулятор.
So the arm is getting
К тому месту, где он...
closer and closer to the installation area.
Какая же это?
Perfect.
Примерно метр 20, наверное.
And would you assess the distance?
Ну, метр.
Maybe a meter, 1 meter, 10 centimeters.
Хорошо, Олег, спасибо.
Бесшумно стала работать Кира.
Kira is moving silently, very quiet.
Да, смазали. Молодец, Сергей.
Sergey is doing a good job. Well, we've been training it, so now it is well trained.
Да, на прошлом выходе такого не было.
That was different last time.
Олег, Денис, в сторону манипулятора не смотрите, будет включаться сейчас лазер на камерах.
Хорошо. Мы отвернулись совсем.
So, not able to see the end effect at the time. Well, because we turned away, can you please show us one more time? No problem.
Почти. Я сфотографирую.
Time to take a picture.
Олег, Денис, начинаем переход в зону установки камеры.
Let's start translating to the camera installation area.
Видно?
Are you still able to see the arm? Yes.
Подожди. Подожди.
Wait a second.
Нет, ты мне перегородил дорогу.
You are in my way. Okay. That's good now.
Опа. Так, хорошо. Да, вроде.
I think we are good.
Сейчас подойду к тебе.
Okay, let me get closer to you.
О, я тебе сразу...
Да, вы сюда, у нас соседи. Ага,
Так. Могешь?
Да, здесь я перейду.
Ну, да.
Yes, translating now.
А какой там у нас поручень?
Which handrail do we have?
Поручень, какой вам будет удобно ближе к платформе установки?
It will be closer to the installation
Поручень 4102.
platform
Вот, 4102.
4102. Copy, 4102.
Так,
Удобно с этой поручень дотянуть до площадки установки?
подожди. Мы только пришли тут.
Stand by, we have just arrived.
Надо осмотреться.
Я просто к тому, чтобы оценить.
We need
Вот, мы оцениваем.
to look around.
Так, вот он манипулятор.
Okay, I see where the
Так, вот она
arm is. This is the installation area,
гидролаборатория.
and the lab is over there.
Удивительно.
Да. Так, это вот это место же, да?
So this is the location, right?
Разъемы
Так, ну вот мы подошли к поручню номер 1.
We are by handrail number 1, and here we can get attached. Yes.
площадку эту. Вы можете пока что подготовить камеру.
Prepare still your camera,
Устанавливать будем полчаса.
and the installation is now go.
Давай, нет. Готовь.
Okay, copy. Okay, then go ahead, prepare it.
Так, а мне что нужно?
Так. На мне. Два карабина.
I have 2 hooks on me here.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're approaching the 1 hour mark into today's spacewalk by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev. They began their spacewalk at 8:53 a.m. Central, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time with the opening of the hatch to the Poisk airlock on the space-facing side of the International Space Station. They are in the process of setting up all of the tools associated with the installation of the first of 2 cameras on the elbow areas of the 36-foot-long European robotic arm. The camera light units that help illuminate work that the arm will be doing along various areas of the Russian segment of the station in the vicinity of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. These elbow cameras to be installed will provide great visual cues for the Russian cosmonauts working not only inside the International Space Station's Russian segment, but for the spacewalkers of the future themselves.
And this is the handle. Okay, so the connectors are on my side, and it needs to be facing the end effector.
Просят продублировать номер камеры, который...
Please check again the number that is written on the camera. It says crew 4,
Спасибо.
CLU4.
Отлично,
Так,
хорошо.
открываем разъем.
Так,
Perfect. That's the one. So we are
правильно открываешь
opening the
разъемы.
connectors.
Фиксируй клапан этот при помощи
correct.
ротового соединителя.
Also secure the MLI flap. Whoa. Why do I need to secure it? With what?
А к чему
To
фиксировать?
what?
Отогни ее таким образом, чтобы она не мешала для установки камер. Там должна быть ворсовка
Just
где-то сбоку.
bend it away. So there should be.
Сделай так, чтобы отогни ее, чтобы она... Придержи, а Денис...
Velcro on the side, perhaps, or maybe you will just hold on so it's not in the way. So make sure it's out of your way.
Нам какой ключ?
Okay, we'll do that. So which
Ключ ERA-6.
wrench are we using first? ERA.
Так, все, я его
6.
положил. Теперь давай.
Okay, I
Бери свой ключ,
have it.
а я вот так вот.
Okay, I will hold on to the flap and you will push the camera onto the installation
Нравится?
spot.
Отлично.
All right.
О, совсем другое дело.
Okay, that's working out.
Так. Так, а почему у нас тут нету?
Там я вот два отверстия наблюдал, не три.
So I watched, look,
И они вот
there were
второе отверстие, ответное вот где три.
two
Вот здесь.
openings, not three.
У нас всего на 3 болтах.
No, that is correct. So it is going to be attached on 3 bolts. That is correct. 3 bolts.
Закручивается.
Okay, now I'm screwing them on.
Давай. И вот этот третий нам надо еще.
Okay, we need a third one.
Не-не-не.
No.
Вот этот,
So this one.
который с
Нет,
пружиной, да?
это который сначала эти надо,
Ну, пустой,
нет.
This will go first.
Потому что,
Just engage them first.
Так, теперь что? Ключ.
Теперь моментным вот этим надо.
Now the ratchet wrench,
Ну, мы наживили.
right after engaging.
И
А
вот
можете
это
попробовать
всё
сразу моментно, может быть,
You can try the ratchet wrench at this time. May work.
Ну да, мы об этом и говорим.
That's what we are
Не, ну, я думаю,
talking about.
Ну,
No, I thought we should engage it a little more at first.
стану. Так.
Олег, сюда не надо пока устанавливать.
No,
Начинаем
Alex.
устанавливать болт номер 2.
Not yet. Start with bolt number 2. That should be the first one.
Натягиваю, наживляю.
I am just engaging it. I'm not screwing it all completely.
Нам нужно притянуть болт номер 2, номер 4, номер 5.
Number 2,
Пока не трогаем.
number 4, and number 6. Don't touch bolt number 5. Don't touch number 6 yet.
прижму как-то.
Угу. Так, сначала номер 4, так?
Okay, start with number 4.
Да?
Right?
Да, нужно
Yes.
затянуть 2, 4, 5.
Tighten number 2, number 4, and number 5.
Да, вот этим ключом ERA-6 просто от руки
ERA
затяните, потому что на ключе ERA
Wrench. You can
4,
turn
который
it by
будем
hand,
моментом протягивать, там не
because
такой уж большой момент.
number 4 that will need ratchet wrench will not need great torque. Okay, number 2 is tightened. Now I'm taking the ratchet.
Второй, четвертый, пятый.
Now, number 2, number 4, and number 5.
Сначала сразу этим моментом крутить или сначала барашком все прокрутить?
Should I get the ratchet
Сначала барашком все
wrench right away or by hand first? By hand first.
Так,
Okay,
2 прокрутил.
2 done.
И 6 теперь.
шестой, нет, пятый, шестой.
Ну, пятый.
Now number 5, not 6, number 5.
Второй,
Да, я
четвертый.
не крути пока. Вот.
All right.
Посмотри, если тебе будет удобно, в принципе, можно сейчас поручень этим ключом включить.
Also, if convenient, you can
Если тебе будет
attach the handrail as well.
красным тоже открутить.
А за что держаться?
What am I supposed to hold on to?
Хорошо, ну, да, тогда...
Okay, no, just forget it.
Страховать же надо.
Залезть на сумку, включили ее.
Because it will need to be secured by tether first.
Все, подожди. Вот это. Все, подожди.
Okay,
Развернуть.
stand by, let me
Это же попробуй подержать.
adjust the position and I will try to hold it on here.
Да, тут такие
О,
придумал болты здесь.
Okay,
Для крохов.
who decided to design bolts like that?
Угу. Так, а ключ как в гидролаборатории не работает.
а, вот так.
Проскакивает.
So it's not quite engaging.
Три болта.
But okay, 3 bolts
Предварительно.
have been tightened, at least preliminary.
Так, все. Так, моментный ключ у нас в крулокбеке. Крулокбек.
I understand that the ratchet wrench is in the crew lock bag. Yes. All right.
В крулокбеке у нас тоже есть моментный ключ.
Well, we have the ratchet wrench. Yes, it's probably in another.
Моментный, ну, моменты есть.
Yeah, we're looking for the ratchet wrench. All right.
Так, давайте.
На тренировке говорили Гера 5, Гера 6.
During the sim, we were saying era 5, era 6. Now we're calling it ratchet wrench. Yes, it should be era 4 wrench.
Иду.
Фиксатор момента перевести в сторону, да.
And the retainer, you can move the boom retainer to the side, to the left.
Четвертый тоже сделал.
Yeah, holding it here.
И пятый тоже сделал.
And number 5 is tightened, and 4 has been tightened.
Ключ.
So we are returning the wrench back inside the bundle.
Так. И теперь
All right.
работаем.
And now
Соединить, рассоединить, да?
we're working on mating, demating.
Так, у нас сейчас
Теперь включен Zero 6.
Yes, you should take era 6 wrench and install in place.
Сколько разъемов?
Гера 6 это...
Era 6
да?
is the regular one, right? It's like a spanner.
Так, нам надо крутить
We need to rotate
против часовых стрелок.
counterclockwise.
Ух ты.
Look at that.
О. Ага, вот.
Okay,
Затянул был.
now I can see it. I can see it.
Начинаем крутить.
So we start rotating. Do you want to hold it? Are you starting to rotate it counterclockwise?
Контролируем индикатор.
And please monitor the indicator. Can you lift?
This view from a helmet camera on Denis Medvedev, 1 hour, 9 minutes into the spacewalk as he and Oleg Artemyev work on the installation of the first of 2 camera light unit elbow cameras.
Can you turn it?
These cameras will provide visual acuity and cues for future spacewalkers and for the Russian cosmonauts working inside the International Space Station, operating the European robotic arm that is affixed to the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. This, the first of the tasks on tap for today's spacewalk that began at 8:53 a.m. Central Time, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time.
Can you ask again? Can you tell me again? 26. It's 26. We copy, Oleg. That's good. Sounds good. Indicator shows half. It went through the half mark. We copy. Three quarters. In the position, mated, connected. Well, it needs to go to the very end, right? Well, can you try the other connectors? Yes. The indicator should be at the end position. Yes, I understand, but it's still rotating. That's it? It has been tightened up. I copy, Oleg. Now take the wrench, and we'll be closing the MLI flap. All right. So MLI flap is closed, but I understand that it doesn't make much of a difference. So where shall we take the handrail? Crew log bag. And you should secure it with one of the tethers. All right. All right. That's very interesting. Where is the cover? Oh, it's not a cover. It's not like a cap. Is it going through? I've got it. I think we can loosen it up even more. It has been loosened up. All right, let me take my tether away. So I've removed mine. And hold on here. All right? Sergey, about that hook that was connected to the camera, what shall we do? The hook that is
Да, фал.
On the tether side, out the tether.
Мы его перестрахуем на сумку.
It's a safety tether, right?
Так. Так, камера стоит.
The camera has been installed.
Чтобы было видно ее номер.
What's important is once we install the camera, we need to have the number, the serial number for it.
А ты пока можешь начать движение.
You can come closer, then you can start movement. And then please remove the cover,
Давай.
the cap. Yes, don't forget about the cap.
Крышечка лучше будет.
Yes, it'll be much better with the cap.
Да, правильно, может дополнительно.
Of course. Yes, these were some additional means we've installed.
Это уже нужно штриховать, чтобы дать кривую.
Unintelligible.
Получается?
Is it working? Yes, I've secured it in place.
Следующее сначала крышечку.
So first I have to remove the cap.
Еще крышка.
Так, номер камеры снял.
So I took a photo of the serial number for the camera.
Соединено, этот тоже снял.
So the cap has been removed.
Виталик, спасибо.
We copy.
Так, вот значит.
All right.
Ай. Взял
Так, все.
Yes.
крышечку.
Don't forget about the cap.
Так, давай.
Let's do it.
Видео.
Artemiev and Matveyev have now installed the first of the two elbow cameras
And I'm taking
on the European robotic arm.
Yes.
They began the spacewalk about 30 minutes behind schedule, but have made up the time as they've gone along and are just about right on the timeline for the day. There's a good view of Oleg Artemiev in the Orlan suit with the red stripes on the left, joined by Denis Matveyev on the right. The next task for the two spacewalkers will be the removal of thermal insulation from one of the two end effectors or hands on the European robotic arm that covers a series of launch restraints.
Yes, I'm just saying that'll be the regulation of TRM. Let me turn the camera off. Yes, it's off. OFF.
Так, теперь давай мне эту крышечку.
Okay, now give me the cover.
Так, мы ее положим.
We will place it
Так,
where we can find it easy. In yes, I think we might need it again sometime in the future.
Давай.
Give it to me.
Я не вижу.
I don't see it.
Кольцо у тебя.
Where is the ring?
Можно. Большой корабль. Оп,
On your side. Okay, the large hook.
придумали, что она сама заскакивает.
Oh, it's installing itself practically.
Так, ну что, уходим? Так,
Shall we leave? So are we translating back?
Что, пошли?
Shall we go? Let's go. So we're translating.
хотя бы здесь вот это
Although
можно было бы и здесь поставить. Но
this camera probably should have been installed here, that's more handy, but that's okay.
так, у тебя зацепилась сумка за антенну.
I think you caught the antenna with your bag. All right, I copy.
Так, ВТО 3.
VTO 3.
Нашел БТО-3?
Are you ready for VTO 3? Yes.
Место освободил.
And I have vacated some space on this side.
Так, ну надо застраховать.
All right, we'll need to secure it.
Видишь, тут уже немножко по-другому.
It looks a bit different.
Надо
Then we just need to figure out what should be what and where. I guess it'll work the way it is. Yes,
застраховать.
we just need to secure it in place.
Да. Страхуй своим карабином.
Okay, take your small hook on your side.
Да.
All right.
Так. И сдираю его.
All right.
О. Вот оно.
And I remove it. And here it is.
Дергай, дергай. А.
Just pull it, pull it.
Так.
All right.
Где тут второй болт? Вот он.
Second bolt.
Второй болт с моей стороны.
Yeah, the second bolt is on my side.
Везу на него проволоку.
Let me put a wire tie on it.
Олег, ты как раз держишься пальцем указательным за кольцо,
And your
нахватите большую длинную
finger is actually holding on to the big protective ring.
Да.
That is true. Oleg, Dennis,
На
Да.
связи.
go ahead. Oleg,
Отключи АСТР и
turn off
холод, поставь
ASTR
для начала в первый.
and the handle cold
А у тебя в каком
heat
положении ручка тепло,
put
холод?
in the position 1. And Dennis, what about you? What's the position of the
Она
handle? 0.
самая верхняя.
Is that the upper
Да, 0.
position? Yes, it shows 0. I copy. Alex, to start with, could you put it in position 1?
Будем экономить.
And you can turn off the STR. Okay, so we'll be saving the resources. So the STR is off. And which position did you say? Dennis. Oleg, for you it's position 1, and for Dennis, don't do anything with it. Just hold off. So how do you feel about the heat consumption? Is it a little chilly for you? No, it's very comfortable. All right, that's excellent. That's all for right now.
Денис, ты можешь
Dennis,
подготовить файл
you can prepare
страховочный
the safety tether.
без камеры. Вот этот файл застраховать за мягкую ручку кольца.
Safety tether can be attached to a soft handrail ring on one side, and the other end should be attached to the MLM handrail. Will do.
Ну, это да, наверное.
I think that's it.
Который мы сняли с камеры и застраховали на сумку.
Did you remove the camera, or is it inside the bag?
Денис, а там есть файл с другими карабинами?
Do you have tethers with other hooks?
Лучше возьмем тогда из кривого бэга, потому что
Look for the one in the crew bag, because the tether with hooks will need to be brought inside later. All right, let me just get another one.
Так, ну вот у тебя камера работает. Вот
Well, is your camera on?
Можно его взять.
So we can take that.
Денис, тот, который мы брали
Dennis,
в кривом бэге, ну, самое главное, чтобы...
the one that you've taken from the crew lock bag, what's the most important is
220-м
that it will work. Are you trying, Oleg, to take it down with the range 220? I've actually moved it already. Also, it did happen, yes.
Сейчас просто надо открутить.
I just need to keep rotating it.
Я жду
Офигенно, давайте сначала застрахуем.
Let's secure it in place first.
А, все, застраховали.
Yes, it's been secured.
Теперь надо... Куда его?
But now, where shall I secure it? Onto the handrail? Yes.
Так, а это что такое? Там нормально?
What is that? Is that normal? Is that to be expected?
Не оторвется?
Or will it not separate? Or will it stay?
Другой карабин за поручень на МЛМ.
You can take the other side of the hook of the same tether to the MLM. All right, let me do that. Let me stretch it out.
А ты пока...
And for right now, you can use a wire tie
который ты снял с кольца.
and take the MLA cover that you've removed from the ring. Will do.
До конца.
Just you don't need to turn down the ring to the very end.
Что мы его оставим?
So shall we keep it? Here,
Мы должны вот на проволочный фиксатор
Yes.
крутить чехол лифти, который сняли с
you should take the MLI cover that you have previously removed from the ring and put it on the wire tie.
Подержи пока.
Okay, just hold it for right now. I'll take the wrench. Holding.
Так. Так, где чехол?
All right. Where is your cover?
Держи, держи.
It's right here. Hold it. Hold it.
Видишь, надо на выход запасные батарейки брать.
We should take some spare batteries for the EVAs. It's a good lesson.
будем на инжекторе работать.
Otherwise, we'll be working on the injector. All right. It is
Тряпочку.
secured with a wire tie, the soft MLI, and let me take another hook on this end. All right.
Так. У тебя этот фал.
You have this tether, and where is it attached to? For the time being, it's going downwards. So will the ring be staying close by on the handrail? Yes. That is correct. All right then, it's done, and we are removing it.
Укладка камер сейчас сколько фалов страховочных имеет?
So how many safety tethers do you have?
Так.
Let me see, 2.
Одно на камеру.
One on the camera and one for the bundle, and
Принято, Денис.
Then
Когда
that
кольцо
we
снимется
copy.
с лицевого сектора,
then remove the ring.
соединить кольцо и оборота 2 сделать.
Try to put the ring back on and do 2 turns. Dennis, so I'm going to unhook yours.
The two cosmonauts are continuing to work on the removal of thermal insulation and the removal of a launch restraint mechanism from end effector number 2 on the European robotic arm, one of 2 identical hands or end effectors on opposite ends of the 36-foot-long arm that is attached to the NEOCA multipurpose laboratory module. We're at the 1 hour 30-minute mark into the spacewalk for today, planned for about 6 hours and 45 minutes. The major objective is the continuing outfitting of the European robotic arm with the installation of cameras, the testing of a torque mechanism on both of the 2 end effectors of that arm, and the relocation of an external control panel on the NEOCA multipurpose laboratory module to which the arm is affixed.
Transportation tether, so it's closer to the MLM shell. We'll do it. Let's see.
Так, Серег, ну давай следующий.
Sergey,
Это клапаном закрыть.
now we need to use the valve
После
or
этого
the flap.
кромку.
Yes. And then you need to, exactly, you need to close the
А вот какой-то у меня тут есть.
Узенький должен быть.
MLI on this side, closer to the edge. Yes, I've got something like this. It's pretty narrow. Is that it? Yes, but it has not been secured yet. All right.
Дай-ка его застрахую.
Let me secure it in place first.
У тебя на скафандре, возможно, появится сообщение о том, что
It's possible
мало, когда
on your spacesuit you will have a message to. So right, once it falls below 25, you get a message generated.
Хорошо, Олег,
Yours should be 25.2. No, it shows 25.8. All right, Oleg. In that case, please press on.
С этой стороны, да, вот он решил.
On this side, then, from this side, yes. So I am disconnecting
Так, и давай вот эту тряпочку.
the connector on this side. So give me this fabric,
Там он, видишь, как интересно.
this flap. It's interesting, isn't it?
Надо было в другую сторону.
Oh, I guess we should have turned it to the opposite side, but the helmets are on this side.
На той стороне велкро-то есть?
But do we have Velcro on the other side?
The camera numbers for the helmet cameras that we offered earlier actually are reversed for the cosmonauts. This is the view from Denis Matveyev as he works
Under your right arm,
at one of the 2 elbow areas of the European robotic arm, along with Oleg Artemiev, the Expedition 67 commander.
Так, ну что, кольцо сняли.
even in case we need to adjust.
Завести закрыто.
So the ring has been removed, the MLI flap
Какая разморядка?
is down, so what do we do next?
принято, Олег,
We copy all Oleg,
застраховано.
so the ring has been secured. Could you please secure it with the help of the wire ties to the nearby handrail,
Мы могли спокойно это кольцо там оставить на время.
so we could clearly leave the ring there for some time.
Так. Что еще нужно сделать?
What else do we need to do?
Стартовое кольцо, которое только что
The
демонтировано,
start ring, the one that you've taken down,
транспортировочный за корпус МЛ, за поручень.
we can put it
Подвяжи еще, пожалуйста, проволокой.
on the equipment tether closer to the MLM.
Чтобы было две точки фиксации.
So we want to make sure they have 2 points to secure them. You should have time. Okay, now I understand the requirement. Thank you, Oleg. And Dennis, you can translate to handrail 4114, where you were observing the translation of the manipulator.
Да.
Will do.
Ни за что не держусь.
Let me just hook and unhook. I'm not holding to anything. That's the end. Thank you.
Да, кольцо зафиксировано.
So the ring has been secured with the wire tie. Oleg, that sounds great. Thank you so much. So let's translate to handrail 4114. And we are monitoring your progress.
This is Mission Control Houston. The 2 cosmonauts are back on the timeline, having made up for lost time at the beginning of the spacewalk that began a few minutes behind schedule. Now 1 hour 36 minutes into the spacewalk. At the bottom of your screen, basically, is Oleg Artemiev wearing the Orlan suit with the red stripes. At the top of your screen, Denis Matveyev, his spacewalking partner, in the Orlan suit with the blue stripes. They have installed 1 of 2 cameras on the elbow areas of the European robotic arm and have removed thermal insulation and a launch restraint from 1 of the 2 end effectors or hands at opposite ends of the arm. Now they'll wait for Sergei Korsakov inside the Russian segment of the station to maneuver the arm into the right configuration and orientation to enable them to install the second of the 2 elbow cameras called Camera Light Unit number 3 on the European robotic arm.
Copy, Oleg.
Олег, эра в норме.
Oleg, ERA is nominal. That is excellent. Good news.
Олег, Денис, теперь отдыхаем.
Oleg, we're taking a break. And Oleg,
Напряжение скафандра.
what is the voltage for the suit?
25.
25.6. 25.6.
Transitioning now for a moment to a wider view of the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module.
Getting a little tired.
The extended European robotic arm in the foreground, and above it, the 2 cosmonauts who are working to retrieve equipment for the installation of the second of the 2 camera light unit elbow cameras that will provide good visual cues in the future for spacewalking tasks outside of the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module.
Денис, можно я еще разочек тебя спрошу?
Dennis, can I ask one more time?
Два файла страховочных, правильно?
We have 2 safety tethers on the bundle. Is that correct? Let me double check, but that's what I believe.
Он второй у тебя сзади. А он у тебя, ты в него залез просто. Вот. Два.
You just got in between them. That's why you only see one on each side. But there are actually 2 tethers.
Завернулся за ноги.
They just wrap.
A good view from Oleg Artemyev's helmet camera as the International Space Station flies 260 statute miles above the North Atlantic, about to begin a northwest to southeasterly trajectory that will carry the International Space Station and its crew members across the northwest coast of Africa.
It's kind of easier to carry around because it doesn't flail around as you walk.
На двойную это, да,
Вот так.
Yeah, just double hook it and that looks good. That's a good config.
Ключ, который ERA-4, которым мы протягивали камеру, он у нас на поручне второй камеры, правильно?
And
Ну да.
the
Хорошо.
Так, а после того, как мы поставим камеру, куда мы его деваем?
safety tether is attached to, or the equipment tether is attached to the camera.
Рамку стекол.
So when we change out and install the new camera, what are we going to do with it? We're going to put it back inside the crew log bag. Because we might need it when we start working with other equipment, namely the R&R of the glass caps, protective glass caps. Okay.
Действенная камера, не видишь?
Снизу.
С какого боку?
Слева больше.
Ну,
Слева больше.
вот она, да?
Вот.
Запутался.
Не, нормально.
Это, наверное, когда ключ трещотку нажимал.
Here it is. I think that's the ratchet wrench.
Олег.
Да.
Alec,
Тумблер, основной насос включен или как?
can you check your primary pump power switch and see if it's on or not? It's off because I'm conserving electricity. Copy.
Не перегревайся.
But make sure you don't overheat.
Нормально.
So far, so good. I don't feel uncomfortable. Especially because of the
25
low voltage.
сообщений напряжение мало, но
Yeah.
системы работают
We usually get a message voltage low at 25 volts. However, that's very conservative.
так, что если
We still have a lot of margin.
своевременно сообщат.
Oh, that makes sense.
Пока работайте.
А какой у нас самый большой потребитель?
Олег, ты меня спросил? Я не разобрал.
Да. Да. Какой самый большой потребитель в скафандре?
So, what's the biggest power consuming component of the Orlan suit?
А какой меньше
I
расходы, резервный или основной?
would probably guess it's the fan.
Примерно одинаковые. Вентиляторы стоят параллельно.
The fans are installed in parallel, so they're pretty much drawing equal power.
Подскочило, стало 25.7.
Yeah, but for some reason it just rose to 25.7.
Олег, Денис, начинается движение манипулятора.
Okay, guys, Sergey is starting to move the arm, so please keep your eyes on the arm motion. Okay?
Серег, как там с графиком?
How are we doing on the timeline, Sergey?
Олег, повтори еще раз, пожалуйста.
Ну, с графиком.
How are we doing on the timeline?
Олег, еще раз неразборчиво.
Oleg,
Нет, мы пока идем на 15 минут с опережением.
right now we're about 15 minutes ahead of the timeline.
Да, у нас следующее
Well, that's not bad.
движение.
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour, 51 minutes into today's spacewalk. The view from Oleg Artemyev's helmet camera, looking at Denis Matveyev as the two work through the next task of today's spacewalk, the 252nd in support of assembly maintenance and upgrades of the International Space Station. The next item on the docket is the installation of the second of two camera light unit elbow cameras for the European robotic arm. The first of those two cameras installed as the first task right off the bat today, followed by the removal of thermal insulation and a launch restraint ring from one of the two end effectors or hands on the European robotic arm.
Олег, Денис, сейчас будет включаться лазер на манипуляторе, на камерах. Не смотрите в сторону камер манипулятора.
Dennis and Oleg, here's a warning for you. We're about to turn on the laser on the cameras, so please look away from the arm and the arm cameras. Copy?
Олег, Денис, начинаем перемещение в зону установки камеры КЛУ-3.
Принято.
Oleg, let's start translating to the next work site where you will be installing CLU-3.
здесь, да?
Можешь мой потом перецепить? Ну, одну туда.
Давай. Давай.
Can you hold this for me
Ага, спасибо.
while I move to the other side? Okay.
Так, на какой порции идем?
Which handrail are we going to?
Так, ну что, камеру.
Чуть поближе камеру. Чуть поближе сейчас.
The camera.
Камеру говоришь?
Угу.
Камеру говоришь?
Did you say camera?
Установки камеры, правильно?
So you're in the area where the camera needs to be installed?
Тогда приступаем к установке. Олег, ты
Yes, we're trying to assume the working position.
чехол FT. Денис, а ты извлекай камеру.
Okay, go ahead and open the MLI flap, Oleg, under which the connector is located. And Dennis, in the meantime, you can start removing the covers from the cameras you brought with you.
А куда этот ключ ERA4? Так, а куда этот ключ ERA4?
Да это потом. Давай сначала это камеру поставим, потом уже будем.
Давай.
What about your 4? How about we work with the cameras first, finish those, and then we'll deal with other things later. Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours into today's spacewalk. Artemyev and Matveyev continue to work very efficiently in the process of installing the second of 2 elbow cameras for camera and light units on the 36-foot-long European robotic arm that's on the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module. The spacewalk got underway at 8:53 a.m. Central Time, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time, a few minutes behind the timeline, but the crew has made up for lost time and is running slightly ahead of the phased elapsed time, the duration of the spacewalk as we speak. This is the 7th spacewalk in Oleg Artemyev's career, the 3rd for Matveyev, the 4th spacewalk for Expedition 67, and the 7th spacewalk conducted out of the International Space Station this year.
Okay, then I definitely need a heavy artillery here. I'm going to use a range.
Да.
Make sure you oriented in the direction of the handrail.
Ногами в другую сторону.
Yeah, but I need to rotate my body 180 degrees so that my feet end up where my head is right now. And you have the camera with you? Yes, I'm holding it in my hands. Okay.
О, так.
Держишь, да?
Да.
All right. I'm in possession of it. Do you have a good grapple on it? I do. Excellent.
Олег, напоминаю, болт 245.
Да.
Like just a reminder, 2, 4, and 5. Yes, I remember.
Так. Номер 2 завернул.
Number 2 is tightened. Copy, Oleg.
Так, если встретишь этого человека, который болты такие делал.
Хороший человек или не очень?
Не трогай его. Он мой.
I'd like to look into the eyes of the person who actually manufactured and made these bolts. Would you say it was a good person or not? No, he's mine, Dennis. That guy is definitely mine.
О, есть.
Так, теперь надо...
Whoa, I got one. Okay, now I need to have the wing nut. And set the wrench for tightening.
Скажите, вы уже устанавливаете ключевые, правильно?
Сейчас протягиваем момент.
Не, мы уже стрелу раздвигаем.
Сейчас протягиваем момент. Мы уже стрелу раздвигаем.
What are you doing right now, guys?
Ставится вот так. Поддержка.
We are working with the Strela now.
Что такое? Он тебя впередил. Ты же думаешь, что такое?
Oh, wait. Oleg, 3 minutes to eclipse.
Хорошо.
Okay. I don't know if it's good or bad.
Все, протянули 3 болта.
Okay, 3 bolts are in.
Приступаем к соединению.
And now we're going to be making the connections. We copy and concur. Your go to made the connectors.
Не, за ключ может. Подтяни его. Вот так.
Есть. Давай, могу держать его.
Okay, let me hold this. Hold it with your hands.
Двигается индикатор, наблюдаю его.
Indicator is moving. It is moved by about 1/4.
Половина.
Indicator is at half.
Напряжение мало, у меня выскочило.
I have a message, voltage low.
Так, ну до конца затягивай.
Inaudible.
Все.
Okay,
Так, его надо протягивать?
this is done. Do I have to pass it through here?
Олег,
Oleg?
Да.
Yes?
а по дисплею какое напряжение? Вот
On the display, what is the value of the voltage? You mentioned voltage is low message flashed.
24.8.
The value is 24.8.
Я включил насос.
Copy. This is after a pump has been turned on.
включаешь и отключаешь.
Yes, we see the voltage fluctuation as you turn on and off that pump.
Так. Значит, соедини... теперь эту самую крышечку надо снимать.
Okay, so
Да, крышечку, потом ручку.
now we remove cover and then we do the handle.
Да.
Did you complete the tightening until full stop? Affirmative.
Теперь у нас осталась крышечка, поручень и складываем штиль со стороны разъемов.
The cover must be installed from the connector side.
С моей стороны.
It goes on your side.
Так, крышечка снята.
The cover is off. When glass panes are clear.
Теперь этот ключ надо.
Okay, so now we have to use the tool, and in the meantime, I will close the MLI.
Почти закрыто.
MLI is closed.
Так, давай этот снимем.
Okay, Let's remove this one. Okay, this is to open.
Да.
Oleg, you need to go back towards MRM2.
А что такое?
What happened? Oleg, can you translate across the arm? And what do I do after this? Then you have to go to the airlock.
Так, ну давай, я помогу.
Okay, let me help you. Oleg, you are going back to the airlock.
Помоги Олегу перескочить через манипулятор.
Denis, please assist Oleg as he translates across the arm. Okay, let us clean up at the work site, finish with the camera, and then we'll start translating. Okay, where do I put the tool? Put it in the crew log bag.
Крылокбэк ты снимаешь себя, оставляй Денис.
Oleg, please remove the crew log bag and hand it over to Denis.
Олег, ты не переживай, иди спокойно, не волнуйся, все хорошо.
Oleg, please do not worry. Everything is fine. You are okay. Oh, me worry? No way. Okay, here's the tool.
Так, где у нас тут? А, мы, наверное, в другое отделение.
И туда еще эту и ручку положим.
Yeah, the handle goes in there too.
Разверну.
Okay, let me turn it around.
Давай-ка мы на один карабин, да?
Let's use one hook for both. Okay, the handle goes here.
А, нет. Он не влазит.
Well, guess what? It does not fit.
А, давай сделаем.
What are we going to do?
Вот так.
Okay, let's do it like this.
Сюда.
Right here.
Денис, если сейчас не получается...
Oleg, Denis, if you are not able to stow handrails in the crew log bag, leave them temp stowed and let Oleg start his translation. Okay, give us couple of minutes.
2 минуты даем.
Okay, you got 2 minutes.
Это тоже застрахован, да?
Олег.
Так, давай, отцепляй. Сразу отцепляй. Да.
Oleg?
Да.
Какое напряжение?
Go ahead.
Я тебя слушаю.
What's the value of the voltage on the display? 23.7.
Это уже очень низкое напряжение. Тебе надо принял. Тебе срочно надо возвращаться.
Oleg, you must return to the airlock as soon as possible. Because if you lose power, it is not only the pump and the fan. You will lose comms. So you have to go back.
Просто...
I understand.
Мы же сейчас...
Снимай крылокбэк и возвращайся.
Oleg, drop everything and go back.
Олег, ты идешь по СТУ, а Денис пойдет по...
And Oleg, you will translate via KTU, and Denis will translate via lanyards. And when you are back in the airlock, you will connect the service umbilical and switch to station power. So this is a heads up for you, so that you don't wait for the EV hatch to... Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to hand the crew lock back to you, Denis, because it's a little tangled. Oleg, we will take care of this with Denis. Your objective is to go back as soon as possible. Okay, I will.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours, 17 minutes into today's spacewalk. Oleg Artemyev reporting a slight fluctuation in the voltage on his Orlan spacesuit. Russian flight controllers directed him to return to the Poisk airlock. Denis Matveyev is still outside conducting work in the installation of the second of two camera light unit elbow cameras on the European robotic arm, and will be standing by for further word from the Russian flight controllers on whether or not this voltage fluctuation has any impact on the rest of today's spacewalk.
The U.S. lights will continue operating. Yes, affirmative. Okay, Denis, you detached your tethers here? Is everything okay? Yes, everything is fine. Okay, so now I have to jump across the arm. So here's what we do. I am going to skip over, and you will undo my hook. Oleg, this is Solovyov. Drop everything and start going back right away. Yes, yes. How copy? Copy. So, Oleg, go back and connect to station power. Yes, I copy. Vladimir Alexeyevich, I copy and understand. Immediate return to airlock. Yes, and connect to station power. Affirmative, connect to station power. Okay, Oleg, please start going back. Yes, in work. I'm already putting my legs across the arm. Okay, grab this. Okay, got it. Denis, you going to be okay without this ring?
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours, 20 minutes into the spacewalk. Just to reiterate, Oleg Artemyev, the Expedition 67 commander, working outside with Denis Matveyev on the installation of the second of two camera light unit elbow cameras on the European robotic arm, noted an unexpected fluctuation in the battery power in his Russian Orlan spacesuit, and he was directed by Russian flight controllers to return to the Poisk airlock to be put back on internal power from the International Space Station. The Russian flight controllers are assessing whether or not this will impact the spacewalk. Artemyev is in no danger whatsoever. He's very close to the Poisk airlock and will be re-entering the airlock momentarily.
You got plenty of time.
The two spacewalkers began their spacewalk today at 8:53 a.m. Central Time, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time, by opening the hatch to Poisk, and had completed the installation of 2 elbow cameras for the European robotic arm and the removal of thermal insulation and a launch restraint ring from one of the 2 end effectors or hands on the European arm. The tasks in front of the 2 cosmonauts for the rest of the day included the relocation and connection of an external control panel from one base point to another on the NEOCA multipurpose laboratory module, the testing of a torque rigidizing mechanism on the 2 end effector hands on the arm, and some other maintenance tasks and outfitting work on the European robotic arm.
Are tethered to your Orlan, correct? Affirmative. One on the short tether and the other is on the attachable tether. Okay, now let us move a little bit away from this side and secure the camera bundle on handrail 4105. We don't need this bundle anymore since it's empty.
Олег, если вдруг у нас потеряется с тобой связь...
Oleg, if we lose comm unexpectedly, select the use of injector if the fan goes off. Okay, will do.
Перейдем.
Денис, давай не за 45, не за 41.05, а за 41.07 застрахуй.
Денис, update on the handrail number. Use 4107 to secure the camera bundle. Okay, copy. Oleg, we lost the image. Inaudible. Please provide voice commentary. Okay, I'm finalizing the camera bundle on the handrail. Denis, Oleg, please provide detailed voice commentary. This is Oleg. I have stepped off the Strela. I'm at the EV hatch. I'm ready to ingress. Ingress the airlock and connect to the station power. Copy, ingressing. Battery voltage 23.6. We copy, Oleg.
Напоминаю, значит,
Oleg, a reminder. Once you connect to station power, activate ST1 power. Pump will continue operating. Switch to station power. Sublimator will continue operating. We will do the drying once Denis is back in the airlock.
Да, надо на этот самый, на Орлан солнечные батареи, чтобы можно было подзаряжать.
I think we need some solar panels on the Orlan so we can recharge during the EVA. Inaudible. Denis, I am on handrail 4107, moving 0006, moving on to 4107. Okay, secure the bundle as close to the handrail as possible. After this is done, take a break, catch some rest. Okay, will do.
Так, люк закрывать, да?
Okay, am I closing the hatch? Inaudible.
Я аккумулятор поменяю, вернусь. Давай.
Okay, I will swap the battery and be back.
Так, защитное кольцо снимаю.
So, should I remove the protective ring?
Так, Серег, застраховал вкладку максимального.
Sergey, I secured the bundle without slack as much as possible.
This is Mission Control Houston, almost 2.5 hours into today's spacewalk. Oleg Artemyev, the Expedition 67 commander, back inside the Poisk airlock, back on International Space Station power, following an unexpected fluctuation in the voltage, the battery voltage on his Orlan spacesuit. Denis Matveyev is approaching the airlock itself. We're waiting for further word from the Russian flight control team on how we will be proceeding today. Matveyev and Artemyev were in the process of wrapping up the installation of the second of two camera light unit elbow cameras on the European robotic arm when this unexpected drop in voltage was detected. Artemyev is not in any danger. He's back inside the safety of the airlock, back on International Space Station power.
Station power in progress.
Отстыковался уже.
So, are you still trying to connect, or you're complete with connecting the umbilical?
Отстыковал электрофал.
I have connected the electrical umbilical. What do we do next?
Олег.
Раз, два, три.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Ну, если ты
Олег. Yes, Gena.
питание СК-1 на Бове.
Once electrical umbilical is connected, turn on Orlan 1 power on EVA support panel.
Пока не будем подстыковывать, сублиматор будет охлаждение давать.
We're not going to connect the cooling is still operating. Okay, Orlan 1 power is on the panel. Turning off the load and transitioning to station power.
Батарея скатила и стала 26 вольт показывать.
Gena, after I connected to the electrical umbilical, the voltage dropped to 20.
Cleaning up the work site at the moment.
We still see 23.2. Okay, then there was some sort of noise and it jumped to 26. Now it's 25.9. Your power switch is in auto? Affirmative. That's a mystery. Agree.
Прям как будто что-то это протолкнуло.
It's as if something has nudged it and it started showing nominal values. Okay. Still, switch to station power. Shut down pumps and fan. Power switch to station and back.
Перешел на бортовой питание.
I'm on station power. Copy.
Ну, в общем, регулируй себе тепловое состояние и пока.
Okay, so now adjust your thermal control and then
This is Mission Control Houston. You're looking at a view from the helmet camera of Oleg Artemyev inside the Poisk airlock. He was directed to return to the airlock and place his suit on internal ISS power after experiencing an unexpected fluctuation in battery power for his Orlan suit about 20 minutes ago. Artemyev is in the safety of the airlock, never was in any danger. Denis Matveyev remains just outside of the airlock, waiting for further direction from the Russian Mission Control team in Korolyov as to how we may be proceeding with today's spacewalk.
I should be able to translate by the arm. Inaudible. Okay, I am translating to 4114.
So electrical file is completely connected. Right, and I'm on 1406 now, 1407. Just take your time to get to the area. All right. Unintelligible. All right. Rest for now. I'm not tired. To make sure that take the tether with me, 25 meters. I'm at 4114.
Ну да, где были.
Ну хорошо, тогда мы сейчас доклад о том, что мы готовы к совмещению манипулятора. Да, отдыхаем.
So rest for now. Okay, I will.
This is Mission Control Houston. Just to recap, Oleg Artemyev, the Expedition 67 commander, is inside the Poisk airlock on internal International Space Station battery power, having been directed to return to the airlock about 30 minutes ago, following an unexpected fluctuation in the battery power, the voltage readings on his Orlan spacesuit. Artemyev was never in any danger, made his way back into the airlock. Denis Matveyev is in the vicinity of the airlock itself. as the two cosmonauts await further direction from the flight control team in Korolyov outside Moscow at the Russian Mission Control Center as to how we intend to proceed with today's spacewalk. The two cosmonauts had completed the installation of two cameras on the elbow areas of the European robotic arm and had removed thermal insulation and a launch restraint from one of the two end effectors or hands of the arm at the time the voltage fluctuation was detected.
Будет светлее. Денис, у нас через минуту выйдет солнце.
In 1 minute we have sunrise.
Хорошо.
All right.
Олег, скажи, пожалуйста, ты выключил?
Alec, how about Heka camera? Is it off? No, it's on. Do I need to turn it off? Yes, please.
Герку оставить.
Поднимать пока.
Erkut can be kept on.
Так, какую надо выключать?
So, which one am I turning off? Heka.
Так, это у нас... Вот это, наверное, да?
So this one, I think.
Выключилось.
It's off.
Please, Олег.
Copy, Alec.
Денис, как ты себя чувствуешь?
Dennis, how are you doing there? I'm good.
Холодно стоять?
Are you getting cold? I'm all right.
Денис, повтори еще раз.
Say it again.
Вероятно, там все холодно.
Inaudible.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours, 50 minutes into today's spacewalk. Oleg Artemyev inside the Poisk airlock on International Space Station power for his Orlan spacesuit. It was about 40 minutes ago that he detected a drop in battery power for the suit, a voltage fluctuation. Russian flight controllers directed him to return to the Poisk airlock. Artemyev was very close to the airlock, never in any danger. Denis Matveyev, his spacewalking colleague, remains just outside of the airlock. The Russian flight controllers are placing the European robotic arm in a safe configuration while we are standing by for further word from the Russian flight control team on whether or not today's spacewalk will be terminated early or not. It would appear as if Artemyev's suit may be in a configuration right now that would not permit the continuation of the spacewalk, but we're waiting for official confirmation of that.
тебя сейчас есть время, можешь пофотографировать.
If you want, Dennis, if you have time now, you can take some pictures. Хорошо. Good.
This is Mission Control Houston. Just to recap, Oleg Artemyev back inside the Poisk airlock on International Space Station power for his Orlan spacesuit that experienced an unexpected fluctuation in voltage, basically a drop in battery power, about 50 minutes ago. Denis Matveyev is still outside of the airlock itself, as the Russian flight controllers are working to position the European robotic arm in a safe configuration before determining the next step in how we may proceed with the rest of today's spacewalk, which is approaching the 3-hour mark. The two cosmonauts had completed the installation of a pair of cameras for the camera and light units on the elbow areas of the European robotic arm. They had other work to do with the arm, including the relocation of an external control panel. All of that work momentarily on hold, pending official word from the Russian flight control team as to how we intend to proceed once the European robotic arm is configured in the right and safe orientation. At the time that the voltage drop was noted by Artemyev, he was very close to the Poisk airlock, never in any danger, and the Russian flight controllers moved in an orderly fashion to direct him back into the airlock and to place his suit on space station power.
И не смотри в сторону манипулятора. Сейчас будет включаться лазер на камеру.
Dennis, there's a laser up with the arm at this time, so don't look towards the arm. I copy.
This is Mission Control Houston, 3 hours, 7 minutes into today's spacewalk. A view of the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module with Denis Matveyev, the Russian cosmonaut, at the top of your screen, working in tandem with cosmonaut Sergei Korsakov, who is inside the Russian segment of the station, as they are configuring the European robotic arm that you see extended in the foreground. Matveyev and Oleg Artemyev had been working on a variety of tasks in the continuing outfitting of the European robotic arm this morning during this spacewalk, the 252nd in support of station assembly maintenance and upgrades. Two cameras for the camera light units on the elbow area of the European robotic arm have been installed during today's spacewalk, along with the removal of a launch restraint and some thermal insulation from one of the two end effectors or hands of the robotic arm itself. Almost an hour ago, Artemyev reported an unexpected drop in battery voltage on his Orlan spacesuit. He was directed by the Russian flight controllers to return to the Poisk airlock. He is inside Poisk, hooked up to space station power for his suit, while Matveyev does a few cleanup tasks outside. The two cosmonauts awaiting formal and further direction from the Russian flight control team on how today's activities will proceed.
So the boom has started moving. Copy. I'm not looking at it. Or shall I look? Oleg, we are not getting a video from your camera, so just verbally, if you can give us a status update on how you feel, what's going on. Excellent. Just even better than at the start of the EVA. I'm energized, I had a good nap, I had a good rest. That's good. Oleg, thank you. So what are our plans? The manipulator, the arm will go to the base point.
Денис пойдет в шлюзовой отсек.
And after that, Dennis will translate to the airlock.
А кольца снимать не будет?
What about the rings? What about removing the rings?
Уже не будем.
No, we will not be removing them anymore. Not this time.
Может, хотя бы грузовую стрелу разложить?
Well, at least maybe we should have taken the cargo boom and no, Oleg. The management gave us clear direction to go to the airlock, and that's what we're going to do. I understand. All right.
This is Mission Control Houston, 3 hours, 14 minutes into today's spacewalk.
We will be activating lasers on the cameras of the manipulator. Please do not look at the manipulator, at the arm. Copy all, will not look and copy.
It has been almost an hour since Oleg Artemyev, the Expedition 67 commander, noted a drop in battery voltage for his Orlan spacesuit. He was directed by the Russian flight control team to return to the Poisk airlock. In the interim, the Russian flight controllers have been assessing the systems and the configuration of the European robotic arm that Artemyev and Denis Matveyev had been working on in the continuing outfitting of the European robotic arm. The crew was just informed that once the arm is placed into the proper configuration, it is in the process, as you see, of being maneuvered to the correct orientation for the completion of today's spacewalk. So we now will be terminating today's spacewalk early. Denis Matveyev will return to the airlock to join Artemyev, who is on station power, hooked up to an umbilical inside the Poisk airlock. He was never in any danger during the period in which he detected the drop in voltage for his Orlan spacesuit. Made his way back into the airlock fairly rapidly, and Matveyev continued outside working on a few cleanup tasks. But the crew now has been told that today's spacewalk will end early. We'll be waiting for Matveyev to return to the airlock and for the hatch to be closed to mark the official end of today's excursion.
So is the translation towards the airlock? So just start the translation slowly. There is no reason to hurry. Take your time. And then when you cross the camera bundles, just take them with you. Don't be in a hurry. We have plenty of time. Just move along. You are translating by yourself. Therefore, verify the connection, the tethers, and just take your time. Do not be in a hurry.
To recap, today's spacewalk by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev is being ended earlier than had been planned. The decision by the Russian flight controllers to complete the spacewalk ahead of schedule made in the wake of a drop in battery voltage for Artemyev's spacesuit that occurred about an hour ago. The drop in voltage noted at about the 2-hour, 17-minute mark into the spacewalk. We're now at 3 hours, 19 minutes into the spacewalk. Denis Matveyev still outside. As you can see in this view, the European robotic arm in the process of being maneuvered into its stowed configuration for the remainder of the day. The two cosmonauts had completed the installation of camera and light unit elbow cameras on the arm and had removed a launch restraint and some thermal insulation from one of the two end effector hands that are at both ends of the 36-foot-long European robotic arm. That's when the voltage drop was detected. Into the Poisk airlock. He placed his suit on ISS power at that time. Never was in any danger. Matveyev remained outside to complete some of the cleanup work associated with the tasks that he and Artemyev had completed up to that point.
The most important, Denis, is that you take your time, do not be in a hurry, secure the bundle in such a way that it's not interfering with your translation, and then you'll continue on with moving back to the airlocks. Just take your time.
Денис, ты застраховал укладки, правильно?
And have you secured the bundle?
Это, Денис, ты начинаешь уже перемещаться в грузовой стрелы. Хорошо, принято, мы тебя наблюдаем.
We copy and we're getting the video from your suit.
У нас сейчас оно у балки стрелы, поэтому
STO is at the
также обратите
cargo boom.
переносимые тобой укладки.
When you come closer to the arm, just pay attention
Аккуратно.
to the bundle as well, just to make sure it's not in the way. And then
Старайся комментировать, что ты делаешь.
using the lanyard of the Strela,
Это удобно, быстро.
then start moving. It's convenient, it's easy, using the lanyard, take your time. All right, I'm just looking to see how to orient myself better. And if you're getting tired, don't hesitate to take a pause, rest, and then continue translation. Will do.
Так, нахожусь на стреле.
I am on Strela.
Это Денис.
We copy, Dennis.
This is Mission Control Houston, a look at the NAOCA Multipurpose Laboratory Module. At the top of your screen is the European robotic arm that is in the final stages of being placed in a stowed configuration, with today's spacewalk by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev being called to an early end due to a voltage drop in Artemyev's spacesuit that occurred a little over an hour ago. Artemyev was never in any danger. He was directed by Russian flight controllers to return to the Poisk airlock, where he placed his suit on umbilicals to receive power from the International Space Station, while Matveyev completed some cleanup work outside, and the arm was being maneuvered by Sergei Korsakov, the Russian cosmonaut, inside the Russian segment of the station into a stowed configuration.
Let me check. So, Tool caddy is here. We copy.
Проверим карабин. Small red на глиссере.
Is there? Yes, I confirm.
На ящере.
Small red. I got it.
Small red на ключе.
Small red. With the ratchet wrench. Yes, I've got it.
Small red.
Small red. For the equipment and tools during the EDA, I've got it. Small red. Got it. We copy Oleg. That's excellent.
The two cosmonauts working with the Russian flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center and taking inventory of their equipment before Matveyev returns inside the Poisk airlock to join Artemyev, who has been inside for the better part of the past hour on International Space Station power, following the unexpected fluctuation in battery voltage for his Orlan spacesuit that has resulted in an early end to today's spacewalk.
And now
the actual elapsed time of the spacewalk will come to an end with the clock stopping at the time that the hatches closed to Poisk. That will be coming up before long.
So just keep turning. I am. That's good. Excellent. So you got through. That's great.
Я тебя снимаю скрытой камерой.
Look at the camera. Just be careful. Yes, I know.
Да, так хорошо начиналось.
You know, the start was so excellent.
Тоже практически около балки грузовой стрелы. Буквально тебе пару звеньев осталось.
Yes, and you have just a little bit to translate towards the lower part. I copy. All right.
Так, а мне, наверное, к тебе, да, теперь надо?
So, I guess I need to now start moving towards you. Yes, you need to turn towards the left arm. Now, I'm just consulting with you. What's the best way to do? From the top or from the bottom? Well, try to go towards the legs. No, guys, it's better to do from the top because you have a bundle as well and there's a lot of equipment. So I can tell you. Okay, do it. I see verbally. Okay? All right. Now secure yourself to the ring. Towards that side. Yes. Yes, you were able to move through. Yes, the bundles, of course. That's another factor to consider. I think if you keep moving with your feet like this, I am, and the bundle just went up forward.
Так, а здесь я пролезу, да?
Do you think I'll be able to squeeze by? You could. Dennis, let's try not to squeeze in there. All right, copy. Okay, if they're saying it's not desirable, let's not do it. Okay, let's just continue this way then.
количеством мне наверх, да?
Да, ты наверх.
So shall I move up?
Дашь мне карабин.
Yes, that's the best place. Then you'll give me the hook or the bundle, whatever is more convenient for you, the bundle or the hook. Either way. All right.
Сейчас темно будет.
And we'll have the orbital night. Soon. All right, that's good. Just like that. Excellent. Super. No, I didn't catch you. Now I caught the bundle.
Так, давай я тебе ее.
All right.
Какой-нибудь карабин.
And I'll hand it to you and then some kind of a hook. Oh, give me your hook then. Dennis, do not go inside yet. Give Oleg the bundle. All right, give it to me. I'm ready. All right, I'm holding it like that, and then I'm securing it in place. Will you be able to take it from your side? Yes, I will. Okay, I'm holding it. Stand by. Wait. Okay, I've got it. That's it. Dennis, you are at the airlock. Now, let me kind of dive under. All right, let me figure out where to move, where to translate. That's good. Let me move this way. Stop, stop. Excellent. Very good. And Olga, we didn't need to have it. It's too bad. But of course it's too bad. But things happen. All right. And then the second one. Please wait, give me just a sec. All right, I'm moving in this way, just like that. And then the camera itself, hand it to me.
Так, одна укладка у нас.
One kit is inside the airlock. Okay, hand me the rubber band. Okay, now give me the next one. Yes, like this. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, got a hook on. It feels empty. Did we forget something? Oh. I removed the tail, but there was nothing else. Yeah, this is a light version of the kit. Here's the second hook. Okay, hold on. Okay, now. Good, good, good. Well, looks like we will have to do an audit. Oleg, Denis, confirm kits are inside. Affirmative. Copy. Oleg, we're going into eclipse. Before that happens, check Denis's suit for contamination. Looks clean.
This is Mission Control Houston. Denis Matveyev is now back at the Poisk airlock, preparing to join Oleg Artemyev inside, following the collection of all of their tools, tethers, and other equipment associated with today's spacewalk, which is at the 3-hour, 39-minute mark. About an hour and 20 minutes or so ago, the spacewalk ran into a snag when Artemyev noted an unexpected drop in battery voltage on his suit. Denis Matveyev's suit has encountered no issues during today's spacewalk. With the unexpected drop in voltage, Artemyev was directed back into the Poisk airlock. He was never in any danger. He placed his suit on International Space Station Systems Power inside Poisk, where he has been hanging out for the past hour and 20 minutes or so.
Small red on error, tool number 6.
The two cosmonauts, before the decision was made to terminate the spacewalk early, had completed the installation of cameras for the camera and light units on the elbow area of the European robotic arm, and had removed insulation and a launch restraint from one of the two end effectors or hands on the European robotic arm, but that's as far as they went when the Russian flight control team stopped further work during today's spacewalk, directed Artemyev to return to the Poisk airlock, and then began work to place the European robotic arm in a stowed configuration where it is now, allowing Matveyev to rejoin Artemyev in the Poisk airlock. As soon as the hatch is closed, that will mark the official end in terms of elapsed time for today's spacewalk. And there's a good view as the International Space Station passes just to the south of the continent of Africa at an altitude of 260 miles. Matveyev just outside of the airlock hatch to Poisk on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
Because the hook is holding it. Denis, Oleg, we are not getting the video at this point. Please provide voice commentary. Okay. Okay, I'm freeing up space for Denis. Okay, hand me that short hook. Yes, this one. Okay. There you go. Let me hook it up. Now the second one. Okay, got both hooks on. Okay, let me take that kit. Okay. Pressing. Yes, like this. Keep it going, keep going. Excellent. Yes. Right there. Bend your legs. Little more. Bend a little more. And spin. I think the legs are interfering. Okay, Denis is inside. So, what do we have here? I think it was the configured.
This is Mission Control Houston. Denis Matveyev now back inside the Poisk airlock, joining Oleg Artemyev at the 3-hour, 44-minute mark into today's spacewalk, a spacewalk that is ending prematurely due to a battery voltage drop that was detected in Artemyev's Orlan spacesuit about an hour and a half ago. Once the two cosmonauts prepare the airlock for repressurization, they'll take another check of their tools and tethers, place their suits on, well, Artemyev is already on International Space Station power. Matveyev will place his suit on ISS power as well before they close the hatch to mark the official end of today's spacewalk in terms of elapsed time, and then they'll set out to repressurize the airlock. Artemyev, at about the 2-hour, 17-minute mark into the spacewalk, reported an unexpected drop in battery voltage for his Orlan spacesuit. He was directed by the Russian flight control team to return to the Poisk airlock, where he placed his suit on ISS power. He's been hanging out since then, while Matveyev cleaned up the work site around the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module and the European robotic arm that the two cosmonauts have been working on earlier today to install cameras on the elbow area of the arm for the camera light units, 2 of them. They were installed as well as the removal of insulation and some launch restraints from one of the 2 end effectors or hands of the European robotic arm. That's when Artemyev's suit was noted to have a drop in voltage, and that is what altered the plans for the 2 cosmonauts for the rest of today's activities.
Steps, removing the protective rings, etc. Understand. Denis, are you already in the airlock? I am inside. Drying has started. Yes, Denis has been in the airlock for a while now. Okay, then please start installing the protective ring. Okay, the drying is in progress. Starting with the protective ring. Please put heat cold switch to the middle position. Copy position 3. Okay, protective ring is off, folded, and stowed. Oleg, Denis, please activate the AirKit camera. Okay, so this one, yes, this one. Mine is off.
Что-то не горит, свет идет.
We don't have LED LEDs illuminated.
Камеры были выключены.
Okay, please make sure both cameras are off.
Обе камеры выключены, два обоих.
Both cameras are off. Copy.
Да, вот так вот.
Do you want me to push for you? Yes, like that, under it, around the handrail.
Должен. О, отлично.
Excellent.
Так.
Пока не закрываем, ждем указаний.
Talking over each other.
Хорошо.
Okay.
На резиночки смотрим пока.
Checking the rubber bands.
Олег, резиновый уплотнитель осмотрели, да, выходного?
Oleg, did you inspect the rubber seal on the EV hatch?
Еще раз сейчас посмотрим.
Yes, we have, and we will take another look, just in case. Yes, please do.
Once again, at the 3-hour, 51-minute mark, Artemyev and Matveyev are back inside the Poisk airlock. They're taking one more look around to make sure they have all their equipment before they close the hatch to mark the official end of today's spacewalk. We'll wait for the official hatch closure time from the Russian flight control team in Korolyov before we provide statistics on today's spacewalk and the cumulative statistics for Artemyev and Matveyev. Again, their spacewalk terminated early today because of a voltage drop in battery power for Artemyev's spacesuit that occurred about an hour and a half or so ago at around the 2-hour, 17-minute mark in the spacewalk, after Artemyev and Matveyev had just completed the installation of the second of 2 camera light unit cameras on the elbow areas of the European robotic arm, which has now been stowed in a safe configuration until the next time that a Russian spacewalk is conducted to continue the outfitting of the European arm.
Олег, расскажи, там процесс сушки у тебя как идет?
Oleg, please report the status of drying.
Сушка ТО, в левом счетчике 4.
TO drying, left counter is 4, right counter is 758, 758.
А внизу подсрочка БСС больше 0,20.
And in the Orlan interface unit line, I see 020. Okay, Oleg, your drying is going on per the schedule, and both temperatures will be changing independently, unlike in Denis's suit. Right. It's quite cold in that suit. Yes, it is quite cold. 18 degrees is pretty low. So you overcooled a little bit in the airlock, and now the temperature is 15 or below. And how long is the time I need to wait out? 10 minutes? Yes, 10 minutes. Okay, this means 1 more minute left.
Так, сушка норма.
Okay.
10 минут.
Drying completed nominally 10 minutes. Copy. You are go to move on. Copy, Oleg, Denis.
Снимаем карабин, фал с подтягом.
Go for EV hatch closure. Make sure no tethers are in the way. Loosen the tethers, remove the hooks. Okay, in work.
Проверяем отсутствие каких-либо предметов в зоне выходного люка.
Verify no FOD in the hatchway. Yes, we are doing the inspection now. Yes, please look closely. What time did we go out?
2 часа были за бортом.
So we spent 2 hours outside.
Серег, сколько мы 2 часа были?
Sergey, how much time did we spend outside?
Были 3 часа 58 минут.
3 hours 58 minutes.
В данный момент.
As of now.
Так, ключ ставим, да?
Okay, we're putting the tool in.
Смотрите,
Фал ты отдал, да?
Okay, did you release the tether? Yes?
Да, отсутствие каких-либо предметов.
Yes. Guys, did you check for FOD?
Да, смотрим.
Yes, yes.
У нас выкручены, петли на месте.
Everything is in place. Loops,
Предметов посторонних
screws, no FOD.
не наблюдаем.
Олег.
We copy, Oleg.
Так, ключик в рабочее.
Да, сейчас его, погодите, или этот.
Okay. The tool must be in the working config.
Крышку выходного люка к фланцу и
Okay, move the hatch cover to the flange.
This is Mission Control Houston, just passing the 4-hour mark into today's spacewalk by Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev, both crew members back inside the Poisk airlock, following the early end to today's excursion due to a low voltage reading, a sudden drop in battery power for Artemyev's spacesuit that occurred at about the 2-hour 17-minute mark into the excursion.
Turn the hatch tool until full stop.
We are standing by for the closing of the hatch to Poisk that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk. With the official elapsed time, we'll be waiting for that number to come from Russian flight controllers outside of Moscow at the Russian Mission Control Center. They directed Artemyev to return to the Poisk airlock after he noted the drop in battery voltage on his Orlan spacesuit. He was never in any danger. Moved back inside the airlock, hooked his suit up to International Space Station power, and later was joined by Matveyev after Matveyev collected all the equipment that he and Artemyev had been using for the spacewalk to continue the outfitting of the European robotic arm. Additionally, Sergei Korsakov, the other Russian cosmonaut on the Expedition 67 crew, maneuvered the arm into a stowed configuration prior to the time that Matveyev returned to the airlock to join Artemyev.
Is it engaging?
Заходят.
Yes.
Так, ты всех видишь, да?
Да, все.
So are you... The hatch is closed.
Да, прошел.
Copy that, Oleg.
Время ВКД за бортом вы провели 4 часа, 1 минуту.
EVA time is 4 hours, 1 minute outside. PHO hatches are closed.
Вы молодцы. Самое главное...
Guys, good job. The main objectives have been achieved.
Да. Стартовое кольцо осталось.
Well, LFM ring still remaining. Okay, tomorrow we will do a debrief at 8 o'clock your time. I am saying goodbye for today. Wishing you an easy and safe flight. Handing you over to the airlock people. Thank you for your hard work today. Thank you for your excellent support. We'll talk to you soon.